and it doesn't mix. It don't mix. You're going to have to make that choice one way or another, who your alliance is to. Is your alliance to Yahweh Shai, or is your alliance to Satan? And it's going to be seen. The scripture says, then shall be known, who am I chosen? Then shall they be known. Okay? Who am I chosen? It's going to be evident. And that's what it's... Man, it's going to be beautiful when this is all shut down. And the reason I'm saying it, because you got certain brothers, they used to being around others. So they're not really being proven in that point. But when you're by yourself, you're being more proven. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting in these times to come, to see who Yahweh has chosen are. And Lord willing, that's why we say hopeful elect. You're not going to be able to piggyback off another man, off another man's work. Okay? And you're not going to be able to fake the funk. Because men have been doing that for a long time. I also would hold to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve the Most High and Mammon. It's straight to the point. You cannot serve Yahweh Shai and serve Mammon, the god of money. Yeah, obviously you work just to put food on the table, and that's it. To put food on the table. And if you have children and wife, to feed your wife and your children, and to pay the utility bills. And that's as far as it goes. Why are you concerned on how a man makes his money? As long as you got enough. The scriptures talk about your daily bread in Matthews as well. Give us this day our daily bread. And what's that daily bread? What does it start with? The spiritual. A lot of men, they put the carnal first. So they never grow in the spiritual, because they've always put the carnal first. So they never learned to trust in Yahweh Shai. They never learned to trust in Yahweh Shai, because they were putting it into their own hand. That's a lack of faith. Does that mean now you just lay indoors with your head up? Oh no, the Lord's going to deal with it. You could do that, but that's not what I'm saying. Men have never really built that faith. They've always put themselves first before Yahweh Shai, and that displeases Yahweh Shai. That shows a lack of faith, a lack of character. Men talk about character, integrity, but the same men that talk about character and integrity, they don't even have enough integrity to do the work. Okay. Oh, now you want to get on fire because the elder apostles are watching you. Now you want to get on fire. So why wasn't you doing that a while ago? Why you want to do that now? Because it's not from a place of sincerity. And when I say man pleasing, that's what I mean by man pleasing. It's not from a place of sincerity. Because you fear men. Okay, you don't really fear Yahweh Shai. And there's a level of fear you have to have for men, obviously. Because if you didn't have a level of fear for men, you'd just be what? Disrespecting them. Okay, but who's the ultimate one you fear? Yahweh Shai, because he sees everything. He knows your mind. He knows the depths of your mind. He knows if you believe or if you don't believe. And that's why men are being plagued by them evil spirits. That's why. I understand it, because I've seen it time and time again. That's why I'm in this word day in, day out. Does this mean I don't get attacked? No, you're still going to get attacked, because the more Satan sees you, he says, he's doing the work. He's got his house in order. He's got this in order. So Satan, yeah, he's going to try and mess with you. But guess what? It's going to be harder, because you're in the spirit. So it's going to be harder. If you're not in the spirit, it's going to be easier for him to attack you. Satan don't take no breaks. Let's go to Ecclesiasticus 33 and 27. Satan don't take no breaks. Satan ain't resting. Remember, the spiritual demon Satan, he's an angel. So do angels rest? The answer is no. So knowing that angels don't rest, what would that mean? That means he ain't taking no breaks. Satan sees that he's laying up with his woman, you know, pillow talking with his woman, not really getting busy, okay, not really wanting to push this word, okay. Satan sees that, okay. And speaking of Satan, you got Satan on the right hand of me, okay, just glancing, okay. Nosy ass Edomites. Baby, just a minute. Anyway, baby, just a minute. Ecclesiastes, Satan don't take no breaks. Ecclesiasticus 33 and 27. Send him to labor. Okay, and this is twofold as well. Spiritually and really it starts spiritually first and physically. Work. Yeah, brothers need to work. You don't work, you don't eat. Okay, you must have some type of hustle where you're making money. Alright. Send him to labor, that he be not idle. Almost idle. Slothfulness, remiss. For idleness teacheth much evil. So the scriptures are letting you know. The scriptures, idleness teacheth much evil. We just went into Matthew 6 and 9. If the eye be not single. Okay, if your eye is not single, what? It's full of darkness. So when it says, for idleness teacheth much evil. Why did it say teacheth much evil? Because when you're idle, when you're not thinking about the scriptures, when you're going a week, 5 days, Satan sees that. And now Satan has an opening. I see. Yeah, he's not studying. He's not thinking about the scriptures. Let me get up in there. And now he's using your vessel to work mischief. And really, it's Yahweh Shai that sent Satan to do that to you. All right, this guy, he's not listening. He's not listening to what other brothers are saying. Now I'm going, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to send evil spirits now to plague him. See, you don't want to teach the words. You want to do what you want to do. Okay. Well, I want to send them evil spirits to plague you. Idleness teacheth much wickedness. And again, even in the world, why are people up to all types of wickedness? Why do you see a lot of gangs roaming about, people robbing each other, up to all type of mischievousness? Why? Because what did they say? They're bored, they have nothing to do. Well, that's what idleness does. Well, now you're just used for a vessel for Satan to work mischievousness. And that's why I don't fret. You know, when you see men, now they turn into spies for Satan, agents for Satan, start working mischief, start scoffing, scorning. Well, guess what? That's Yahweh Shai that does that. He puts that spirit on you to be that way. That's why you have to fear Yahweh Shai. That's why you have to fear him. Idleness teacheth much wickedness. Alright? Much evil, Salakia. And speaking of evil, now let's go into Luke. You see how all these precepts are linking up, and I hope this gives you a bit of, I hope this is giving you a visual, because I'm speaking in the spiritual, but now is it making more sense now? What's going on? I've been saying this for a while. Alright? Luke 12, and don't get it twisted. I'm not saying a man's evil because he's been missing for a week, 2 weeks, because you never know what might have happened to a man. You never know his situation. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying, you know, if you warned someone, they've been warned, and it's a constant pattern. This guy don't give a shit. He pops his head around every Friday, every 5, 6, 7 days. But obviously that's a pattern. Then you listen to the video and you're like, well, what spirit is he in? He sounds like Master P. You know, or he sounds Cena. Okay, so that's indicative of what? That evil spirit that has crept in, because he wasn't listening. He wasn't listening. He wasn't taking heed. Now let's go into Luke 12 and 47, Baba Kashar. Luke 12. And 47. Let's start at 40, because there's a lot. 42. And the Lord Yahweh said, who then is a faithful and wise steward, a faithful and wise servant? That's what we're here to be, to serve you. It's one thing, because it's one thing saying, well, you know, you got this wrong. You know, if someone's got something wrong, you teach. That's what we're here to do. We're here to teach you the words. We're here to be your servants. Because you got men that would do that. You know? Lie, scheme. He doesn't know this. Scripture says we've been given 100% truth of what you know. So whatever Yahweh has given you, that's 100% truth of what you know. Alright? And it doesn't matter, you know all these scriptures, but you might not have faith. You might be walking around London with your head down, doing videos with your head down, no faith, faking the funk. But link up with a brother and all of a sudden you're some mighty super Israelite. Mighty super Israelite, super duper Israelite. Don't fake, stop faking the funk. Okay? And this man that may not know as much as you, he just might have faith. You know all these scriptures, but you don't have any faith. So you're going to be in trouble. Who is the faithful and wise stewards whom he's not trying to make ruler over his household, to give them meat, to give them their portion of meat in due season. So the household is Yahweh's household, which you'd be more responsible for. And we got them goods. And the meat is what? That meat is the reward that we believe that we're gonna be given. Your labor is not in vain. If you stop, then it's in vain. Okay? And the scripture says some of them in John, they went out from us because they were not of us. But maybe if they were of us, they would have continued in the things they were learned. So don't get it twisted. See, a lot of men, they don't even have understanding of what they're quoting. Just because a man went out from you, it doesn't mean Yahweh is not dealing with him. Yahweh is still dealing with him. Yahweh is going to be able to show you, unless you're carnal, you don't know that. Yeah, there's been men that went out from us, but guess what? They never had the spirit. They were not of the elect. Okay? They were not of the elect. Because guess what? You got men that are within the camps, they're not within the elect. Just because you're within a camp, it doesn't make you of the elect. Get out of that carnal mindset. But that's why I said they would have continued. Are you continuing in a doctrine? What you've been taught? Are you continuing in that doctrine? That means you're still in the truth. Okay. Got a lot of reprobates, a lot of bug outs in the truth. Bear me just a minute. Shall make him ruler over his household to give them meat in due season. Blessed is that servant whom he's loved when he cometh shall find so doing. It tells you that in Revelations as well. Blessed is he that keepeth his garment, lest he be found to walk naked. And when you're walking naked, okay, and the garment is a covering, which is this word. So when you're walking naked, guess what? You never kept that garment. Okay, you never kept the truth. You gave up. You never endured. That's why we got to hold on to this word, no matter what opposition, no matter what men think. To hell with what men think. They don't even know if they're going to make it. Okay, they're lukewarm. Who cares what a lukewarm individual thinks? Who cares what an individual with evil spirits played with his, who cares what he thinks? Are you in the spirit? If you're in the spirit, stay in the spirit. Strive to stay in the spirit. You can't care about the opinions of the people that are of the world. Of a truth I shall say unto you that he shall make him ruler of all that he have. Everything he has, he's going to make him ruler over everything. Joint what? Rulers with Yahweh Shai, as it mentioned in what? Romans 8 and some 18, 8 and 16. Joint inheritors, joint rulers, joint heirs. But and if, here it is, that servant shall say in his heart, my Lord delayeth his coming. And it says in his heart, and that word for heart is lab. Bear me just a minute. Nearly on to an hour. And that I didn't think I'd go on for this long. So that word for heart is lab. So you have men in their heart, their evil heart, that don't believe, that really don't believe. Shall say in his heart, my Lord delayeth his coming. So you got men in this truth that don't really believe. Or then this would not be written. If a man shall say in his heart, my Lord delayeth his coming, right, ain't gonna happen right now. I've had individuals that have said that to me. Yeah, maybe we got another 5 years, possibly 5 years. It's just because they don't see it. They don't see it. They don't have vision. The Lord hasn't given them that faith. He's given them the laws, but he hasn't given them that faith. And even the prophecies, but he hasn't given them faith. So certain men say, yeah, it's all about prophecy, which, yeah, you're right, it's about prophecy. But what's another thing it's all about? Faith. So if you don't have the faith, What good is the prophecy if you don't have the faith to back and to believe the prophecies that were written? So really, it's all about faith. And with faith comes what? The prophecies. And with prophecies comes discernment. If you don't have faith, judgment, and mercy, the more important matter is discernment, then how are you going to be able to discern the times? How are you going to be able to believe in the prophecies if you don't have faith? So yeah, it is about prophecies, but do you have faith in the prophecies? And shall begin to beat the men servants and maidens to eat and drink and to be drunken. In other words, you go back out into the world. Okay? You know, dining in your bosses. Okay, drinking what? The finest wine. You go back into the world, thinking about starting up your own business. You're drinking and drunken. Okay? And the Lord of that servant will come in a day. And when you're drinking and drunk, you're staggering. Okay, it tells you that in Thessalonians. And the Lord of that servant will come in a day when he looketh not for him, and at an hour when he is not aware, will cut him asunder. It could be when you're driving around London, okay, thinking you got away. You can't escape from Yahweh Shai. I will appoint him his portion with the unbelievers. So you're going to have your portion with the unbelievers, those that don't believe, those that are in the world. And that servant which knew his Lord's will, prepared not himself, neither did according to his will, shall be beaten with many stripes. So there's going to be a greater punishment because you knew, but yet you didn't prepare yourself. Right now, this is preparation. That's why we're going through what we're going through, to build us up. But he that knew not, did not commit, and did commit things worthy of stripes, shall be beaten with 3 stripes. So him that knew not, okay, the people in the world, they're going to be destroyed, but they never knew. The bigger responsibility is for us because we know. For unto whoever much is given, of him shall be much required. So if you claim to know all this knowledge, nah, you're saying it wrong. It's this way. Nah, you got that wrong. Well, you've been given more, so you got to teach more. Okay, the more wisdom you've been given, there's a heavy duty for you.